Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel on Sunday. Today's December 10th, 2017, and I apologize. I neglected the channel since Friday and yesterday, and that's because we were busy. We ended up going to Disney, and we just had a ton of stuff before that, so I didn't get a chance to upload video. I did record some stuff, but you guys know we have to do edits, and we have to upload, and thumbnails, and titles, and descriptions, and all that stuff, so just didn't get a chance. It won't happen again. I'm sorry, I apologize, but I'm gonna do double video today to kind of make up for it. You're gonna get this one now and another one in just a couple of hours. I'm working on editing that one as you watch this one. So today I want to talk about the email requests that I get, and I ask you guys, everyone sends me links to their store or links to items they have for sale. They want me to take a look at a certain item or look at their whole store usually to figure out why things aren't selling. Maybe they've got 100 or 300 or 500 or 1,000 items, or maybe they've got a really good item they thought was gonna sell, like they just picked up a Gucci jacket, they listed it 2 weeks ago, they think it's priced well, they think it's listed well, it's not moving. And so I've been kind of keeping a spreadsheet and records and like just notes in my phone about like the stores that I look at and what the most common reasons that I keep responding to everyone when I open your store and I'm like, wow, you know, like your titles are no good, or your pictures are no good, or your descriptions are no good, or whatever it is, or you don't have very high-end, good quality name brand merchandise. And so I kind of got like a little tally, like, you know, 10 people I told this to, and 10 people I told this, and 20 people. And so I pulled out all the most common reasons. There are some reasons where people have really good stores, and it's just sort of like they, you know, they're one-off, like what they're doing wrong is kind of an obscure mistake, but there are some that are very, very common, and they're ones you guys are going to expect. But I tell you guys these mistakes, and then I feel like I'm not actually explaining to you how to fix them. I'm saying, hey, your titles suck, but I'm not actually showing you or telling you how to make your titles not suck. And I do want to say that I'm not telling you your titles suck to be mean. I'm saying your titles suck because, well, they suck and you need to fix them. It's not me being, you know, mean or angry towards you, but I gotta convey the problem that, listen, you've got 500 items and you haven't sold an item in a week. There's a reason, and the reason is your titles, or it's your photos, or your lighting, or your backgrounds, or whatever it is. So when you ask me for a review, it is very positive criticism. I will be as nice as I can and say, hey, listen, your titles need a lot of work, and sometimes it's just a little work, but sometimes they really suck. So guys, if I say something, I apologize. It's just I really, really, really want to stress what the issue is. And again, I consider myself an expert on, you know, listing on eBay and selling. My sell-through rates are good compared to 99% of people. You know, there are some people with better sell-through rates, but if you're listing 1,000 items and you haven't sold one all week, there's a problem and you definitely need some help. So please take it as positive and that I'm trying to help you. And hopefully I can save you 25 bucks by helping you guys with this tips, which will allow you to review your own store, go over your own store, fix everything that's wrong, and you don't have to spend any money trying to get your store fixed. And that's my goal here. So we're gonna jump over to my screen, probably come back to this camera. I'll kind of do a back and forth. I'm gonna make this one as in-depth as possible. And so we're just gonna go over all these mistakes right now. And speaking of mistakes, like one of the biggest mistakes that I'm just gonna start off, this is like a bonus beginning mistake that I see all over, and I don't know if it's really eBay related or other related, but one of the biggest mistakes I've ever seen on here is kind of being your own worst enemy, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, just burying yourself, just killing yourself, crushing yourself, like, you know, worrying about what everyone else is doing and worrying about what everyone else is selling or business or this or that. Just worry about yourself. That's like the #1 mistake. Worry about yourself and what you are doing. So with that said, let's jump into #1, and we're gonna start that on my computer screen. Okay, so one of the first things we're gonna talk about is the obvious. This is the one thing that everyone gets wrong, and it's photos. And a lot of people that email me are just starting off, so they may not have mannequins or lighting kits or setups, but it is so important that you get your photos right and you get them set up. And obviously the new thing is that everyone is preaching white backgrounds. I'm not a big fan of white backgrounds, but I am doing it because that's what's being asked of us, and that's what's helping search rankings and helping photos and search algorithms and the new eBay feature to search by photo. So I am doing it, although I'm not a fan of it. So if we look at Eli Cattleman shirts, which is a shirt that I regularly sell for like 15 to 20, sometimes 25 and higher, I've got these sorted by the lowest. And take a look at some of these shirts hanging on the back of a door with everything in your house in the background. This one hanging on a white wall with shadows. It's not bad, but number one mistake is the background things. Look at this, hanging on a door, This is a flat lay, but the flat lay doesn't take up the whole picture, and it's got something it's laying on. I don't know, that's kind of weird. I'm not sure what's going on there. Here's one, is this hanging on a wall? Pretty sure. And then we have one here that is a really good white shirt, but it's on a white background. I wouldn't recommend white on white. I would recommend changing up your background for that unless you want it to look like this, and then the shadows are going to be terrible. Here we go again. We've got one laying on a floor. Not going to recommend that at all. This one, not bad. A flat lay on a white background, and it is, you know, a darker colored shirt if we zoom up. But I don't think flat lays are the way to go. They're not as professional as the mannequin looks. So here's our first one that is on a mannequin with a white background, and it is collage photoed, which is good. I like collage photos. We've done many of them. Eli Cattleman, black pearl snap buttons, cowboy western shirt, embroidered, size M. And it's a top rated seller with 20% off. So this may just be an issue of just listed, or this may be an issue of feedback, or this may be an issue of, you know, maybe a sizing issue. But that's the first professional one I've seen. And we're all the way at the bottom of the pricing scale. So if we come up here and we sort this by the highest, look at the difference in the photos on the highest selling ones. Now, I know these are active, they're not solds, but we'll get the same kind of results if you look at the solds, which I can show you. Check out the photo quality. Now, here's one that's a rare shirt hanging on the back of a door. I wish that this person had put it up on a mannequin and not a door, and they'd be doing much better. But look, professional magazine-looking photos on a plain white background with the shirt. Somebody mixed in a blue one here. Here we've got a mannequin with a wood background. Now, again, they want white, but this one looks a lot more professional, but it's United Kingdom, so it's kind of an issue. We've got one with a brick background. But you can kind of see the quality of the photos has gone way, way up when we get to the higher dollar ones, because people will typically get more. Now, we've got some mixed in here that aren't as good. I mean, obviously, an inexperienced person could list a shirt for a lot of money and it'll never sell. But that's why we want to go and look at the solds. So check out the solds here. I've got this sorted by lowest. And you see most of the sold ones in the low end are hanging on doors. There's a mannequin here, door, a mannequin, but with background stuff. It just doesn't look as clean. I hope that kind of makes sense. If we go over here to highest and we'll sort those, do you see all the professional photos? Those are all the ones that are actually selling. Do you see that? We got one hanging on a door, but we've actually got pictures of people modeling these. And for the most part, those are all white backgrounds. It looks like one guy's using a blue background for his, which if we scroll up, that guy's using a blue background, which is a little odd. I don't know why that. But here's a mannequin with a light wood background. They don't use white. Again, the white background to me is iffy, but just a plain solid colored background with nothing in the background. Like no feet, no doors, no shoes, no, you know, your house. That's what we're talking about. Here's one that's sold, but look at the background of the wood. She hung this, or he or she hung this outside. I wouldn't recommend that. It was a unique shirt, so it sold. You know, the white background, as I said to start, is just kind of half the battle. My biggest thing is make it look clean. Make the background be the background and nothing else there. And that's the key here. If you choose to use white or wood or black or blue or whatever the color of your background is, that's your choice. You should be using white in theory, but I know a lot of people just use the other stuff. So, but my point is don't have a bunch of stuff hanging around. So the number 2 part of this is with the once you have your photos set up and you're ready to take pictures, clean, clear lighting that you can see the items and that you don't have shadows, one, but also that people don't have to kind of strain, like good angles. I'm going to try to find one here. Like, look at this one. Look at this Eli Cattleman that's sold laying on the floor with almost no lighting, shadows, wrinkle. I mean, this is just not a good picture. Look how bright these ones are below it. Let's scroll down and see if we can find any that have really terrible. I mean, like this one's not a great picture. I don't recommend using the tag as an up-close picture as your main picture. Use the shirt. Use the shirt. Good angles, good lighting, good main photos. That's number 2 when it comes to taking, you know, quality pictures. It may work for shirts here and there, but over time and consistency, if you're not taking good photos, it's not going to work. So number 1 and number 2 are the backgrounds of your photos. Make sure they're clean, make sure they're clear, whatever color you go with. And number 2 is get some lighting. Use the light kits that I linked down below. Get your own light kit, use natural lighting, whatever it's going to be, but make sure you have good lighting and good angles for your primary picture at least. And that's super important. So that is going to be our first 2 mistakes. Number 3, which I'm going to jump back over to the active, is going to be the pricing. So a lot of people will price their shirts. Look, this shirt's up at $208. When we come over here and look at the most expensive Eli Cattleman shirts that have sold, we get none. These are all 25, 20, 26, 28, 25, 26. I mean, these shirts are exactly what I just told you they're worth. Now, you can come up here to the top of the first page. The most expensive shirt on all Eli Cattleman in the last solds is $75, including shipping from the United Kingdom. If we come down to America, we get one that sold for $57. So somebody pricing this shirt at $200 or $300, unless there's something really rare about it or really special, forget it. I mean, that is a simple looking up prices. Even this $129 is overpriced. These 5 with shipping are $127 or $128. What is that, like $20 or $25 a piece? 25 bucks a piece? So, I mean, you can see that trying to get over $100 for a shirt that's only worth, you know, maximum $50. These are brand new from the United Kingdom, brand new. We're talking used, probably $20 to $30, unless it's super special. So this person has this Eli Cattleman shirt up for like $68 total, $67, $68. And it's not a great photo. It's not a great shirt. It's not special with the horses on it. And they're asking $60. Probably never going to sell this shirt. They're going to sit on this shirt for a long time. And I bet that this shirt has been up for a while. So check your prices. Number 3, check your prices. And number 4 is going to be right along with these listings as well. I tell everyone, your titles. I see shirts that literally have, like, here you go. Men's shirts, country western, size men's small. This is a horrendous title, even if you're selling a lot of shirts. That's terrible. Why would you put a title like this? Let's keep scrolling and see if anybody else. Most people that sell Eli Cattleman will know how to do decent titles. Here's one. Eli Cattleman shirt, size XXL. Overpriced, not great photos, not top rated, and a horrid title. So this should be Eli Cattleman, you know, men's western or men's country western cowboy shirt, whatever you want to call it, pearl snap, you know, XXL long sleeve shirt. There's a million things you could put in this title, and it's not that. So those 4 things of getting your listings up, your photos, your backgrounds, your colors, your lighting, your professional angles, making sure the pricing is where it should be, and making sure your titles are actually using the full length of the title, as many keywords as possible, and not just dumbed down like this one is. If this is your listing, I'm really sorry, but this is a bad listing. So let's continue on. This is going to go along with this top rated. Number 5 and number 6 are going to be offering 30-day returns. Do you see how this person is top rated plus and this person isn't? That's because this person either doesn't sell enough or they're not offering 30-day and 1-day handling. So let's jump over to these 2 similar listings, but not. So this person has, look, 1,363 feedback, 100% positive. They offer 30-day returns. I don't know why they're not top rated. This is probably 1-day handling issue if I had to guess. If we come down to shippings and payments, they're doing first class on or before. So I can't really see why they are not top rated on this, but my guess is with 100% positive that they are not doing 1-day handling, which is a simple, easy thing to do, and it's a simple, easy thing to change, and they would immediately get that 1 day. So we come over here to the person that is top rated. They're doing 60-day returns, and it must be 1-day handling because they are top rated, or the item is showing top rated. So those 2 additional items, 30-day and 1-day, other than getting you a discount, which obviously you want to get a 10% discount, it's going to help you in the search ranking. It's going to help buyers look at you quicker. It's just do it. Just do 30 days and 1-day handling. Trust me. The next one is going to be the description boxes. Check out this woman's description. She's given the measurements. She's done what they are. You come over here to this one, and there's nothing. There's nothing at all in the description other than what was filled in the item specifics, which you should be doing anyways. Below here, really small print. Vintage Eli Cattleman button front shirt, embroidered pockets, diamond-shaped snaps, black in color, XXL, thanks. And they're using this Octiva, which is like a third-party lister that allows you to embed photos and make a really good description box. They're not taking advantage of it. They're using the free content, or they're not wanting to pay, which they should be paying the $30 a month. Just a better way to do the description. Do you see the difference in why somebody might want to buy this one or be more confident in buying these than buying this? And we can even come over here and look at, like, we can look at somebody else's that maybe sold theirs for a good price. And let's see how theirs looks. So see, they've got the measurements, the description. I mean, you guys can just kind of see. Hopefully this is like obvious to everyone, but a lot of people, I tell them what to do and they don't really know what that means. So that's one of the things. So let's move on to number, I believe this is 8, and it's going to be the quality brand merchandise to begin with. Don't try to sell Walmart stuff on eBay for $20, $30. Yes, there's times that you can sell things unbranded or brands that don't matter and get a good price, but for the most part, if all these Eli Cattleman shirts were selling for $5, $10, they're not worth picking up. But because they're all $20, $30, $40 shirts, that's a solid price point to grab. Make sure you're selling brands that people know, not brands that you know, because just because you know the brand doesn't mean that everyone else knows the brand. So quality brands, always quality brands. Number 9 is their feedback is horrendous. And by that, I mean, I have clicked on people whose feedback is like 50%. I kid you not. If you've got really bad feedback and really bad negatives, like, you got to work to either get rid of those, get them revised, or you're going to have to wait till they fall off, or you're going to have to sell stuff for dirt cheap and get enough feedback to try to offset those. Because if somebody looks at your feedback and you've sold 20 items and got 3 or 4 negatives, they're not going to buy from you. They're just not going to do it. So feedback being horrendous, number 9. And the last one, number 10, is social media. So a lot of people don't realize how much social media matters to selling. It doesn't matter if you're selling on eBay, on Amazon, Amazon merch, if you're selling on Shopify, or if you've got your own line or private label, or if you're selling in a brick and mortar store. It does not matter. Instagram sells merchandise. And everyone is now messaging me saying, how do I use Instagram? What do I do? It's easy. Create an Instagram profile. Post pictures of the items you have for sale. Post 2 or 3 items a day, 4 items a day. Post your store. Post links. The way you post a link is in your biography. In your profile, you can take the URL and post it there. If you want to do multiple URLs, you'll need to go to a website called Linktree and then sign in, and then you can put multiple links, and you can look at mine up in my Instagram profile. And then all you need to do is when you post that stuff is just tag it using hashtags of, you know, the brands that you sell, the fact that you're an eBay seller. It could be hashtag eBay seller. Go to my Instagram and read all my posts and look at my hashtags. You will learn a lot of tags from that. In addition to all the brands that you're selling. So that Instagram marketing and Facebook marketing, I can tell you, is responsible for a ton of sellers selling a ton of merchandise that you watch on YouTube regularly. I promise you, a ton of their sales come directly from their viewers, their followers, including myself, which I don't think it's as prevalent for me because I don't push it that hard, but a ton of sales come from you guys, the viewers, and a lot of people don't give that enough credit. It is absolutely a fact. They might sell 30 items in a day and 5 of them were to Instagram followers or a Facebook group member or whatever, and times 30 days, 150 items, times $15 an item. I mean, you're talking about thousands of dollars, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in sales. So that is kind of the eBay store review 101. You're more than welcome to comment down below with questions, concerns. You can also email me, rockstarflipper@gmail.com, to take a look at your store. I will review stores as quickly as I can. It's completely free. I don't charge for that. But just know that if I don't get to it right away, I will get to it as quickly as I can, because I will get a ton of emails about that. So I will review your store. Just leave it in an email. Link me your store or any one item you have for sale, please. It makes it very, very easy, so I can just click the link and I don't have to go manually searching for your store. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please look over your store, look over your items, fix this stuff, get your listings up in the searches, get them priced right, get them photographed. Edit your stuff. I know it's a pain in the butt, but if you got to edit them because they're not right, and you will see an increase in sales. It's not always about list. It's sometimes about correct. So keep that in mind. It's a combination of both. Thanks again for watching. Sorry I was missing MIA Friday, Saturday, but I'm back, and I'll have another video up a little bit later to make up for it. Thanks. Big thumbs up. Make sure you share this video with everyone so they can get the information out of it as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you in just a little while with video number 2.